men base their whole life sometimes on a woman's emotions. Let's stop doing that. Think about that right there. Seriously. Base our whole life on her emotions, because when her emotions change, your life changes, right? Because you base everything on that. Let's think about that. When you're young, you cannot think about that. That's not in your existence. The older you get, the more it makes sense. Your whole life is based off her emotions. Think about that right there. Just think about that. I'm just leave it right there. Go ahead.
Yeah. And I don't mean to get like hostile, but that's kind of touch a nerve. But it's just like, yo, like,
continue. My bad. I have to get that out though.
I'm more angry at myself because
you allowed that to happen.
I allowed that to happen.
It made you who you are, Jesse.
A lot of us men, especially when we're younger, we allow these women to come into our lives.
We do.
And shape
because
us.
We base our value off
we
of that.
allow them to shape us into what we think
they want.
They want.
Let's be real. Let's be 100.
And the real thing is, they don't even know what they want.
Thank you.
So
what are we doing here?
So what are we doing?
What are we doing here?
But now I done changed my whole life for you, and then now
thank you.
You don't even want that.
Thank you.
I mean, let me ask you this.
And I don't even know what I'm doing now.
Let me ask you
as
this.
a man.
How many friends that you guys have, like, I'm going to tell you right now, I, as 33, any of my friends that got married young, had kids young, they are in their second or third marriage, divorced, or single households. That high school sweetheart stuff don't work anymore in today's society.
Nah,
but yet we still see people
these youngins
married.
is monsters right now too.
For real.
They on a whole different level that we don't even understand.
And that's just like, you know, that's so, you know, bringing this type of information and allowing the man to understand, like, yo, no, you from the age of 13 start knowing your worth.
It's hard to do.
It is.
It's hard to do though.
And it's tough because
you talk to any 17-year-old right now, and you tell them that, they're gonna be like, "Cool, man. That's nice. That sounds good. It sounds great.
Yep.
But I love this girl, and I'm gonna do everything I gotta do to keep this girl.
Yep.
All day. Let's be facts here. Let's be real. Let's be real. Come on.
That's your life.
That's your life at that point.
That's your whole everything.
And she'll be back.
His validation, think about it though, as a young man, your validation is the woman that you chose and you with and you happy to be with.
Yep.
That's your validation in life, at that moment in your life.
At that moment.
In that moment.
And the thing is, what you gotta understand is, you got a lot of years in front of you. There's gonna be a lot of hurt, there's gonna be a lot of pain, but you are gonna get through it, is what we're trying to tell you. Like, like where you're at, if you're hurting, don't get me wrong, it does hurt, but you gonna get through it, because your life, you gonna grow and you gonna learn a lot more as you get older. And with every age, you gonna learn. That don't even bother me now. Like you gonna learn and grow and be like, I was tripping over that when I was younger, but now that I'm older, I ain't. What does that have to do with nothing? I ain't even worried about that. You know what I mean? So just keep doing your thing, like keep growing, and you will get through it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But you gotta keep grinding. But men, understand, like, do you first, like.
That's the major key right there.
Do
yes.
First.
Yes.
Your vision.
Yep.
Everything else will fall into place after that. Everything else will fall into place.
Yes.
It just naturally will happen that way.
Yes.
It will.
Now what she wants,
I feel like men ain't taught that though. I feel like men are not taught to be like, hey, listen, do you first. Don't worry about these girls, man. They gonna be there, they're not gonna be there. It don't matter. Do you first.
Yep.
They will be there.
And
Trust
they will
me.
be there.
They will be there.
But we're
not taught that way.
As a young man, they get taught to validate, like you said, what she wants. What's going on with her.
Traditional word again. Traditional word. That whole thing, right? That whole traditional. Find a woman, get married, have kids, and this and that, all that. That sounds great, right? This is beautiful, right? What you're not taught is you have to have your own value first. You have to. As a man, you have to have that. You have to.
Yep.
Because if you don't, your value's in her. And guess what? She don't even know what she wants.
Yes.
And if she's young, she has more options than you do.
And
so guess what?
Switch it up.
Thank you.
On top of that.
It is what it is.
Because as she grows, she gonna be like, I done outgrew you.
If I say this,
though. Go ahead.
The older you get, as a man,
tell her.
It turns.
It
flips around a little bit. So guess what? There's a light in the tunnel, man. If you're young, man, trust me, the older you get, You got
Your
more
time is
power
coming.
than you think.
Yes,
Trust me.
your time
Best
is coming.
believe. Best
So that means
believe.
that even if you do go through heartbreak early in your career, bruh, don't take it too harsh and don't be too hard on yourself, because in the end, tables will turn.
They will turn. I tell you right now. They will turn.
Women have a certain time frame.
They do.
Of when they can
Tell 'em.
give birth.
They
to
do.
a family. So technically, the pressure is more on them.
And that time
than it
runs
is
out.
on
It
us.
is. It's exactly
We
right.
have-
You're
we
exactly
have the
right.
runs
luxury
out.
The
to be
pressure's more on
patient.
them.
Yep.
We have the luxury to be patient. They don't.
You're right.
So that's why they're competing, and that's why a lot of females have issues within itself, because they're always competing on some way, shape, or form, whether it's with themselves or 99% of the time with other females.
Other feet.
And you wanna know why? And yeah, one more thing, just to elaborate on what he just said too. If a woman ever pressures you to get married, just know she knows her time is ticking, and she needs to make a move. And you're the one she chose, but guess what? At the end of the day, it's your decision to make.
Thank
And
you.
only you know if that's right or not.
Thank you.
So don't ever be pressured by that, because
Don't
for some
ever.
reason these days, right now,
Don't
specifically,
Yep.
women are pressuring men to do that kind of
I
thing.
need a ring.
Before you start,
Thank you.
Before you start thinking, build some value for yourself. Let your perspective change and your view open up, and then think. After that, everything's different.
And let's be real.
Open up your perspective before you start feeling like you need a woman to make you complete.
And let's be
Because you
real.
don't.
And let's be real. If you're a young man, right, and you said maybe you had like 2 girls under your belt, all right, chilling, just know you have a whole lot of life to live, and there's a lot of beautiful women in this world, and you might some point be like, I want to know what that is. I want to try that.
You had me on
And try
two
this
girls.
one, and try that one, and try that one, and try this one. Just know.
And you can do that. No.
We
I
gonna,
like
hey, we
women.
gonna make that. We gonna make that
Too.
the final thought on that one. That one. Was,
You can do that.
Hey.
Enjoy yourself.
Enjoy yourself.
Because if not, it's divorce, and you might lose half your own stuff, bro.
Which
Bruh.
in fact, let's be
Bruh.
honest,
Bruh.
the system is stacked against men.
Man,
In
it is.
general.
It is what it is.
Why we gotta lose everything?
Why we gotta
They
lose
get half of what? You didn't do nothing. You wasn't with me shooting in the gym.
I am not a
Like
charity.
Drake
Doctor-
said, you wasn't with me shooting in the gym. I put in this work for you and for all of us.
Dr.
And
Dre
you
was
didn't
paying
do that.
his ex-wife $100 million,
Fuck
and she
that.
signed a prenup.
Fuck that.
She signed a prenup, and he still got to
Hey,
Yeah.
was she in the studio?
Nope.
No, was she making records?
They paid her
No,
for her
was she
time.
what?
Was she
What-
on
what-
tour?
They paid her for her service, her time. That's what they
What,
paid her.
what she do? Did she
Because
put
she
in
was
the work?
working for so long years.
Oh, she was in the studio? Oh, okay.
She wasn't in the studio.
No, oh, and she wasn't in there
So wait,
making records
So
with
are
him?
we saying? Are you hinting towards that a woman's involvement in a marriage, in a partnership, what she agreed to be on is now a transaction?
It always has
When
been.
you get married, it always is.
It always has
What you
been.
mean? Like, you know what I'm saying? You
What do you
got
think a
the
marriage
straight
is?
balls.
It is a business transaction.
It really is.
That's what it is.
It is.
It ain't her choice.
It is.
But you have to understand, that is a
Not
legal
now.
document. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you
That's
get
what I mean.
married, it becomes a legal document.
Right.
That means you got the government involved in your relationship.
Yeah.
Ah,
You know what I'm saying? So that means she can
It's a
legally
transaction.
take half
That's-
your shit. Like, real
Yeah.
talk. Like,
and it's, yeah.
that's why I'm really not trying to get married, because I'm not trying to have, or if I do get married, like, you know what I'm saying, you have to understand the commitment that, you know what I'm saying, you're not taking
You better
half my
play
shit.
your
You know what I'm saying?
motherfucking role, okay?
I mean,
'Cause
personally-
if we gonna do that, you better stay in your. I
Personally,
brought you in,
man.
and I want you to stay right here with me. Go ahead.
Men are waking up, man. Personally, I feel like marriage is kind of dead. It is what it
Yeah,
is.
you're
It's
not
kind of
lying.
dead. Men are waking up to the fact that, you know what, it's a win. I mean, it's a win-win for them. It's a lose-lose for you. It don't matter if you were in the wrong or she was in the wrong. It don't matter. You still
Because guess
lose.
what?
You
in the
still
wrong.
lose. It don't
Either
matter.
way, as a
Either
man,
way, it don't
you
matter.
are in the wrong, no matter what.
Can't win, man.
Exactly. I'm taking the house, the kids, you know what I'm saying, the cars, everything that you have. You know what I'm saying?
You know, sad it is. A man will lose all that right there, what he just said, and so be more happy to get out of that marriage and give that away, and give that away, and just give that away, just to get out of that, just to get out of that. Man, that's horrible, man. That is horrible. That is gross.
I'm gonna tell you
That
right now.
is gross.
I know
Man,
almost all
what?
my
You'd only do
homies
that to a
that were in
demon.
a
Ugh.
horrible, like
Get that.
probably 90% of my friends that have been in marriages now that went through a divorce, they don't care what hit they will, unless it involves with time with their kids. Cause that is kind of their stuff.
That's different. That's different. That's a whole different.
That's a
They're
whole
just so
different.
relieved to be
thing.
out of that relationship because for some reason they're just like, she turned into something that,
She grew into herself.
Yeah.
You grew as a person.
That's it.
She didn't
You
turn
grew.
into anything.
You can grow apart. It's a fact. You
She
can
didn't
grow
turn
apart.
into anything. She was always like that. You know what I'm saying? What we were talking about before, you have to understand, she's always been like that. She just didn't show you that, and she showed you her projection of what she wanted you to see up front.
Or what she wanted you to be, not what she even wanted.
It's a dirty game, y'all. It's manipulation
now,
up in here.
now before anyone gets offended, we're not saying every single woman out there.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
We're not.
I am.
Listen, everybody's
Everybody's different. Everybody's
Everybody
different,
is
man.
different, and everybody's situation is different, and you have to apply this to your life for what you got going on, not what we have been through. Him out. Everybody is different. So, and we not hating either. I want you to understand, like, we not coming down on anybody. This is just the way life works with a lot of situations.
If you're a young man and she's giving you good sex and you're enjoying that, take it for what it is. Do not
At
take it
the
for what it's
moment.
not. That's it.
Embrace it.
Embrace it.
For the
But don't
moment.
hold your value in that, because that's going to change.
Like
You
I
only
said, I don't
renting.
know. Maybe I'm
Remember
jaded.
that.
I'm just saying, maybe I'm jaded because I'm like, where I'm coming from is like, you got me messed up. Most females do emotional manipulation in any kind of relationship. That's kind of their forte. That's what they do. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
what they do.
They're emotional creatures.
Cool, they could be on the team then.
I bet. Yeah, put them on the team. Do what you got to do. You know what I'm saying? But also understand where you understand your worth. You know what I'm saying? Understand what you bring to the table.
Exactly.
I'm
If
saying,
you
like-
bring something to the table, something
Men
to the table.
manipulate for sex.
Fuck.
Women manipulate for stability.
Sorry.
Yep.
There is a difference.
There it is.
But we both doing the same thing for different reasons. That's all it is.
I want something real. Like, I want a woman who is going to come into my life and be equal with me, respectful with me. She's going to carry herself like a traditional woman. I
Not
carry myself
embarrassing.
And take all your
like a
flaws.
traditional
Take all your
man.
flaws, dude.
Take all my flaws.
All your flaws.
You
Okay.
know what I'm saying?
Hey,
Match my energy.
If
you know what I'm
she
saying?
can
Match
do
my
that,
energy.
if she can do that, then great. But I'm not expecting anything
I feel like you're
anytime.
speaking like a unicorn or something.
I mean, it is. It
Unicorn? Is it a
really
unicorn? Is it flying?
Yeah.
Is it a woman flying? with a
Nowadays,
unicorn?
nowadays,
In this
yes.
day and age?
Yeah,
This day and age?
yeah. There's no perfect relationship, not never,
It's
not
also
never.
So, and that
too.
is exactly why you need to take care of yourself
Thank
before you even worry about any of that shit.
All that, yeah,
You know what I'm
comes
saying? What you
later.
talking about? It's in the Bible. Hell,
That
that's
heartbreak
like
is
a
going to
woman's
hurt.
It is.
It is going to
It is.
hurt.
We not saying it's not.
It's gonna hurt
It's
bad.
gonna break you.
Oh, bad. It's gonna.
It's
You
gonna-
go.
It's gonna shape
hurt.
you.
Your
for
world
the
just
next-
crumbled, my guy.
for
It's
the
a
next
wrap.
10, 15
Man.
years.
It's gonna hurt,
For life,
but
baby.
when she comes back 5 years later, see how you feel then.
Exactly. Look at her 5
not
years
wrong.
from after that point, and I guarantee you're
I'll
gonna be
tell you
like,
what, that
man, I'm
pussy
glad
don't
you did
even
that to
feel
me.
the same.
Thank you. As a matter of fact,
Because I learned and I grew from
I
that.
appreciate you for that.
But be careful with that, you know what I'm saying? When she comes back, be careful with that, you know what I'm saying?
You
When she
already know
key in
she's
your
crazy.
car, she busting your windows
No.
out. I'm just saying.
Run it back, have a good time, and say, hey, see you later. Good transaction. Bam. That was beautiful.
Transaction.
That was beautiful. That was beautiful. 'Cause that's what you did with my heart 5 years ago. So now it's a transaction. Bet. It is what it is. You know what I mean? That's it.
Pay attention to the red flags
Take care
of
of yourself.
toxicity.
You know,
But sometimes people like that though.
but true.
Yeah.
I'm talking to you. Yeah. Sometimes we like that though.
I don't like
I'm
talking.
talking to the demons.
You stay over there. Leave me alone.
Hey, I'm right here. I'm right here.
Leave me alone.
Yep. I'm talking to the demons.
Don't
Sometimes
leave me
they like
alone.
that.
I
Oh
need
my God.
extra help.
I always like to say that too, though. Not everybody's built for a relationship either. You gotta make that clear.
Thank you.
Not everybody's built for a relationship. Everyone thinks they have to be in a relationship. No, you don't.
You
do
don't
not.
have to.
You do not.
You don't.
You ain't
have
weird to not be in a relationship, man. You ain't weird. Single is not bad. All right. It's not bad. It's not a bad thing.